my name is Denise Maharis, and I'm here with Emmy Lamb, and we're both from the Lumino Health team. To give some background information to everyone, Lumino Health is Canada's largest network of health resources that brings Canadians instant access to over 150,000 healthcare providers. Canadians can also explore virtual care options, a variety of health topics, and our Discovery Lab to get special offers and discounts. Today we have Andrea Shackle with us, who is a registered dietitian from Revive Wellness and MyViva to provide a few tips on buying groceries for older adults during the COVID-19 pandemic. For those of you that don't know, Revive Wellness is a team of leading-edge, private practice registered dietitians who have been providing individuals and corporate clients with evidence-based nutrition counseling since 2006. MyViva Plan is a partner on our Lumino Health Discovery Lab, so we encourage everyone to go and check them out. Now, getting into our key topic for today. Many older adults are choosing to self-isolate in order to limit their chances of coming into contact with COVID-19. There is a need to support this group with necessities, and that responsibility is falling onto the caregiver. So Andrea, I'm going to turn it over to you and ask you this question. While shopping for older adults during the COVID-19 pandemic, can you think of a few items caregivers should purchase? Should there be a focus on fruits and vegetables to promote a strong immune system, or non-perishable items?
Hi guys, thank you very much for having me. Yeah, this is a great topic because right now, we're always trying to help people with food, especially during times of stress, during times of making sure we're comforting, and trying to get food right now to our most vulnerable population is kind of posing some challenges. And I think it's a great conversation knowing that seniors' nutrition can be a challenge at the best of the time. So I've kind of come up with some tips and strategies, especially for caregivers, that I think would really go a long way and be very much appreciated to make sure, our seniors aren't going out and about right now. So the first thing, fruits and vegetables. I think, everybody right now is, worried about toilet paper, but we are forgetting that we have a really good food supply still of lots of our fresh produce, including fruits and vegetables. So, I definitely recommend picking up some fresh fruit, some fresh vegetables, things that maybe last a little bit longer, things like our carrots, our broccoli, celery, that, seniors are able to still kind of cook down and use if they are still cooking. But I also tend to think, now is a good time to get some good frozen vegetables and even maybe some canned fruit, because canned fruit can be, a really good snack, maybe if somebody's really not up to it. Or even from a teeth perspective, I mean, dentures don't always go great with apples, so canned fruit can be a really great thing to drop off to somebody. Other food groups that I think are really important if you're kind of putting a care package together would be anything from the dairy department. So, eggs make great for breakfast, lunch, supper. I mean, there's like a trillion things that you can do with eggs. We also know they last a long time. Greek yogurt to get some protein in for snacks, as well as milk or milk alternatives, I think are really important to kind of put in that care package. Canned products right now, I'm kind of thinking to keep to the basics. We don't need to overdo it, but keep to, having a couple of cans of tuna, a couple of cans of salmon, because you can do a lot with that. Even canned beans, although I've heard they've been a little bit scarce, but, canned beans are always really great. And then I also try to think, sometimes a senior population, they don't want to be cooking and they don't want to go through a lot of work, maybe energy-wise, or just not feeling great. So even choosing some canned soups, really nice hearty soups that would contain like rice, potato, vegetables in there, and then they can easily top that up with a sandwich. So I think we can use canned really well and really effectively. The other tip that I had, and I think it's great for everybody, not just seniors, but I think using the rotisserie chickens that come in a deli or you can easily grab at a grocery store. I mean, they're great for having a quick protein meat on hand, like to be able to put in a sandwich or a wrap, but then they can turn around and make a soup out of it. They can also freeze some for later to use at a later time. So I think if, we're also trying to make sure we're not stocking everybody just with canned stuff, that we are providing some really good, healthy options that I think are fabulous. Keeping also to, grains, we should keep some grains on hand for seniors. Bread, wraps, English muffins, those are really good to keep on hand for a sandwich, or just to be able to have alongside of a meal. So I think that's a really good tip. And the last kind of food that I was trying to think about sometimes, and nowadays, people are getting sick. They would have maybe had something before, maybe they're dealing with an illness that's aside of what we're dealing now with the isolation piece. But, having some frozen meals on hand, whether you're buying them from the store or, grocery stores do a great job of having fresh cooked produce meals on hand. So picking up a couple of those for whoever your loved ones are to be able to freeze at a later time if they do need them. So I think those would be probably my top things in my care basket that I would put together for a senior.
Thank you so much, Andrea. Those are all really great tips on what to look for when shopping for older adults. I know I'll be using that list next time I go to the grocery store, and I'm shopping for myself and my grandma, so thank you again for that. Would you have any other tips that you can provide for older adults during this time?
Yeah, I mean, I like to think that we should still be following those recommendations that are especially coming down from the government around the hand washing. And I think that, if somebody is dropping something off for you, or you are dropping off for somebody, that you're just kind of reminding them of that. Make sure you're washing your hands after you receive something into your home or into your apartment or wherever that you live, that you're making sure you do that. We do know, and from what they've been saying, that the virus does not contract through our food supply. So then we kind of fall back on recommendations of, it's just still really a good idea to make sure we're washing our fruits and vegetables really well. We're washing our surfaces really well as if we're using any sort of utensils, to just kind of do our extra due diligence around the hand washing piece. And I also think, again, if you do have somebody who is unable to maybe care for themselves or, has fallen sick, that a really nice thing might be to set somebody up with a meal delivery system, just so they aren't feeling that they have to go out for any reason. And there are lots of those kind of programs around too, especially for seniors, to help them out. We do want to protect our loved ones right now.
Okay, thank you again, Andrea, for all your insight and advice today on how to help older adults stay healthy and safe during this challenging time. We, along with all of yours, really appreciate you taking the time to talk to us today. So thank you again.
Oh, thank you very much for having me.
Yeah. So for more COVID-19 updates and resources, please check out luminohealth.ca. You can find tips on how to stay healthy, how to manage your stress during a pandemic, as well as meal delivery services and at-home workout apps that you can try. So until next time, we hope everyone enjoyed this Experience Lumino session.